Welcome back to another eagerly anticipated episode of CrimeNet News, everyone out there. My name is Capcake, and as always, this is my co-host, Vice. On today's episode, we will be going over the fourth and potentially final chapter of the Bad Apple arc, Fear and Greed. With it, there are new guns, a heist, and a tailor pack as always. As well, we have not one, but two role changes within STARBREEZE that the community should be very excited about or informed about in general.
To start off, we stated a few weeks ago, Payday 3 is going to be leaving Xbox Gamepass right before the release of DLC 4, Fear and Greed. With it, it has been confirmed, yes, Payday 3 will be leaving Game Pass as of September 15th. With it, STARBREEZE did announce that there will be a sale for the Xbox players from September 15th to the 30th, and it's going to be 60% off. If you're a Game Pass player or someone on Xbox looking at the game, now would definitely be the best time to buy Payday 3.
The blog post this week is a big one. With it is a planned Armour 2.0 rework slated for December. How this works is Armour, instead of being predetermined 1 to 4 plates plus adaptive, we instead buy armor frames that can hold 1 to 4 slots of chunks.
With each frame, you can then customize it freely, similar to how we customize weapon platforms, with whatever chunks you may fancy. Of course, we have the normal chunk, behaving like blue armor that we all know. Then we have the adaptive chunk, that is the current purple armor. But with it is the introduction of the third chunk type, tentatively titled Shield.
Shield chunks work by being able to fully regenerate even when the chunk has been broken. If you're familiar with Payday 2 or Payday the Heist armor, you'll be very familiar with this chunk type. Each chunk has varying levels of regeneration time and removal of downs, with each frame having different passives, ammo capacity, and consumable slots.
And even in the few days since the release of the blog post, community sentiment has massively switched to a positive outlook on this edition. Keep in mind that it's going to be slated to come out in December. If you'd like to read more about the change, make sure you go to the blog post that's linked in the description.
Seems like PS5 compensation items have finally been fixed. If you're still having issues and haven't received them yet, just go to the store and redeem the packs there. In the weekly stream last week, Armour made an interesting PR statement about the future of Payday 3 DLCs. He stated that up until DLC 4, each pack will include a heist, a tailor pack, and a weapon pack. After this, during year 2, they cannot guarantee that each pack will contain this. So potentially, STARBREEZE is thinking about changing things up next year with its DLC packs. What would you like to see in the DLC packs? Leave a comment below.
In an interesting turn of events, we got a slight peek at what STARBREEZE is working on. This week, STARBREEZE turned a lot of forum posts in the feature upvote page to a planned state. Some of these include more detailed weapon stats, keeping track of how much you steal and making stealing cash a little bit more satisfying, inventory and vendor rework, making it a little bit less confusing, being able to purchase favors not only in the heist lobby, but also in bulk, and plenty of other UI UX fixes. Hopefully these are coming with the UI rework coming next month in October.
We also had an interesting update for not just Payday 3, but also Payday 2 this week. Yes, Payday 2, the long-forgotten game, has gotten another update fixing many of the issues the community has had with the last update. But with good, there also comes some bad. With it, STARBREEZE has also delisted some DLCs. While this fact is understandable, as these DLCs were licensed crossover content, it is a little bit disappointing at the same time for new players, as they will be unable to enjoy the heists, heisters, and guns that came with them. As well, it's a bit disappointing that there was no announcement, as when this was happening last time, they mentioned that they would give us a warning. This time, it was for both Jimmy and the Hardcore Henry pack.
Next, we'll be going over some of the community highlights. Again, we would like to remind everyone to join our Discord, send us clips, links, and anything else. Also, if you want to get exclusive early access to news and get your comments featured, plus be able to make your own headlines in our new CrimeNet News visual revamp. Not to mention, what do you guys think of the new look? Let us know in the comments.
On to the first community highlight. We have an amazing weapon bench website made by Price9317. If you wanted to have some information on how many shots it takes to kill certain enemies, this website has all of that. It features all of the current guns, damage fall off, and skill damage bonus with the shots, and time to kill for each enemy type. The link to the website is in the description below.
Our next highlight is an amazing video edit made by Shayox, showcasing some of the unused voice lines in action.
Ah, Sosgov must have gotten lost. Yeah, I was just looking for the toilets.
Think you took a wrong turn. Please follow me.
Yeah, I was just looking for the loo.
It amazes me and many of the community members that such a simple addition adds a lot to the characters. Hopefully these voice lines, and many more, can be added soon to another additional Heister voice lines update. Link in the description for the full video.
Next up, we have a clip from CommanderCH showcasing the amazing new servers. Sometimes the syncing is questionable, to say the least.
I need a clip from this, dude. I just need a clip from that. This is some next level Payday 3 bullshit.
With Fear and Greed right around the corner, coming September 16th, if you didn't know, STARBREEZE made an ARG minigame making players do a stock exchange. Just recently, they even uncovered what players in the top 10 will be getting, which is this amazing Wolf of Wall Street inspired poster. At this point, unfortunately, if you haven't started, there is very little chance of being able to win, as top place is in the billions of dollars and you start at 10,000. Although, you can still play and enjoy and see how much money you can get. It was an interesting event, but felt a little flat for the reward. What are your opinions? Did you like the event or not?
On to the main event, the update and its DLC content. We have, of course, the next heist. We're going to be hitting the New York Stock Exchange, hitting Concord right where it hurts. If you're unfamiliar, Concord is the ex-CEO of Murky Water, which we absolutely destroyed in Payday 2 and Payday the Heist, and has since enacted revenge to end the Payday game. With this, the gang is getting payback by stealing his money so he has less opportunities to come after us.
There isn't many details in terms of what the heist will look like, but we do know there is a roof, and you do seem to go from rooftop to another rooftop for the escape. As for the heist itself, you start on said roof and go down to the main floor. So this just unfortunately means no maskless stealthing unless you use a favorer, as they detailed in last week's blog post.
For the cosmetics, we have the Tailor Pack. There's 4 outfits, gloves, and masks, all of which are animal terms used in the world of stock trading, accompanied by an outfit to fit the animal in question. These are a really unique pair of outfits and masks that I think seem really fitting for the setting. And the Dark Knight Rises reference was really a great one. Here's hoping that there's a lot more Batman references in this heist, and with it as well, we got an introduction of 3 new free masks that any player can buy and customize, all of which seems to be around theming the money and crypto and other stock market values.
We also got to see the Twitch drops as well, which seem to be based around the famous movie and novel American Psycho. Thankfully, we can make the reference on this news channel, unlike STARBREEZE. Don a mask, 2 patterns, a charm, and a few stickers by watching any partnered live stream starting on the 16th. And finally, we have the weapon pack. These ones are an interesting bunch. While they don't have a theme, like the last pack Houston Breakout or Boys in Blue, they do feature some very much requested guns, such as the Deagle, the Spaz 12, and the Browning High Power, a 1911 lookalike.
For all players, we will be receiving an Overkill minigun for free. This is a much requested weapon platform and as well the first new Overkill firearm added to the game. Get ready to mow down everybody in your sights. As well, just like when Clover came out, Houston, who is finally going to be coming in the update, will also be joined with a new preset pistol for players to enjoy. Of course, just as mentioned, Houston will be coming back and it will be reprised by none other than Derek Ray himself.
The final big news is there has been some role changes within STARBREEZE this week, one of which you may have heard of and one you probably have not. Of course, since the controversy surrounding the ammo funnel nerf, Mio has been in hot water in the community's eyes. It was announced this last Wednesday that Mio will be stepping down from the game director position, and in turn, until they find a permanent position, Andreas and Almir will be taking his place. Mio is still working in the company and for Payday 3, and according to his LinkedIn, this role is back to his previous position of senior game designer. In the meantime, I have no doubt Andreas and Almir know what makes Payday, Payday. So hopefully starting year 2, the game will make a great turnaround.
And the second role change, which may not be familiar to everyone, is that Lil Guy G, yes, the STARBREEZE partner, has now officially become a STARBREEZE employee, working as a cinematic artist. You can see what he means and why he did this in the link in the description below. And Lil Guy, congratulations, my boy.
Thanks for watching, and keep those helmets flying, everyone.